Hello, my name is Brittany Nicholas, and I'm here to talk about my intellectual autobiography. When I think back to my intellectual and educational journey, in terms of my early schooling and informational education, I always get good grades and I was never really pushed academically at home. I was lucky I was smart in a way that made this sort of easy for me, although all throughout middle school and high school. However, I would say the topics that interested me the most were ones that geared more towards the creative or the artistic side. I've always been talented at art, specifically drawing and painting. That's where I prefer mostly. I do enjoy animation, but that kind of goes along with drawing. I've never really considered college an option early on in my high school journey, but a neighbor who lived on my road, one that had gone through college, and all of us, a neighbor on my road, encouraged me. Basically, this neighbor encouraged me and made it seem like it was all of a sudden possible that I could go through college and I can get my education. So she offered to help me with whatever I needed and guidance that was required through this journey. She also helped me fill out my paperwork that was necessary to go to college and prepare for all the tests required for admission. In the beginning, I would have loved to go to art school, but the money just wasn't there. However, when I was accepted to WVU, I realized that I was lucky that I came from a low income family. I say that I was lucky because I realized I was going to be able to get a college education with grants. This was as long as I didn't add the expense of living on campus. I was glad to realize I would not be burdened with the kind of lifelong debt that college can sometimes create. I don't know if I could have handled the debt personally. Uh, I was encouraged to enter WVU as a general studies student by my neighbor. She explained to me that a lot of people picked a major right off the bat and ended up changing it multiple times over the course of 4 or 5 years of college. That is often required. I was also encouraged to choose lots of different classes that may seem interesting but or would stick with me. I did not end up majoring in multidisciplinary studies. As a matter of fact, I'm a senior in the integrated marketing and communication discipline. Basically, this means I am majoring in a field that combines multiple disciplines. It combines disciplines of public relations, marketing, advertising, business applications, and social media. So, in a way, I guess I am kind of majoring in the field multidisciplinary studies, but I'm more going towards the advertising side of this major. I realized that I could get an integrated marketing communications degree and it would give me a head start on careers that combine my knowledge of marketing and the public relations and my artistic abilities. This was in hope that it would make me eminently more employable, especially in today's challenging job markets. I feel like I could sell myself with my art and my artistic abilities to a point where I think people would enjoy seeing more advertisements that are more artistically approached, other than ones where instead they take just good straight to the point and you know like you lose a lot more interest whenever it's too long. But if it's done right and done artistically, I feel like there's a lot more advertisements that can get their point across more effectively through artistic matters. And I feel like I've learned a lot about myself throughout this journey of college. I've had to work hard to achieve my success in college. My brain has been challenged in many ways as never been in the military, middle, or high school levels. I was the first in my family on either side to go to college. To say that it has opened up a whole new world would be an understatement. I've been exposed to new subjects, drilled on the employment of critical thinking, I've also added self-discipline as well as time management to my skill set. Before college, I wouldn't have thought that was possible, which I'm still working on. I feel like I'm still struggling just a little bit with my time management, especially now that I have another job on top of college. But I'm getting to a point where now I can pretty much juggle everything at once and be able to get through it pretty well. So, thank you.